Hey guys, this is Stacy from eatthebite.com, and today I'm making a simple and delicious one-pan dinner with sausage, apple, and fennel. Let me show you how to make it. I've got a medium red onion that I'll cut in half and then cut into chunks like you see here. After I cut the onion into chunks, I'm going to transfer that to a 9x13 baking dish and set that aside for now. This is fennel, and we're going to use the bulb end for this recipe. So I'm going to start by cutting the top part off, and I'll set that aside for now. After that, we'll cut the little knobby bottom off. And I'm going to do the same with my other fennel. Cut the top part off, and then the knobby bottom off as well. And now we're basically going to cut this the same way we'd cut an onion. I cut it in half, and then slice it down into thin strips. Once all the fennel is sliced, I'm also going to transfer that into the baking dish with the onion. I'm using gala apples for this, and you'll just need to cut around the core of the apple so you have 4 apple chunks. Once you've got your chunks, we're going to cut them into half-moon shapes that are about 1/4 of an inch in thickness or so. I like to keep mine soaking in water so they don't start turning brown. Just push them down in the water a bit, and we're going to set those aside for now as well. I'm using fresh thyme for this, but this is optional. You can use dried if you have it. I had fresh on hand, so I thought I'd throw it in. And I've got about 4 to 5 thyme sprigs I've pulled out. I'm going to cut those into thirds and toss those with the sausage later. So I've got my onion and fennel in a baking dish, and I'm going to add some olive oil, a little bit of salt, and some pepper. I'm also going to go ahead and add those fresh thyme sprigs. Then I'll give everything a toss until it's coated in the olive oil, salt, and pepper. And let's not forget about those apples. I'll grab a handful from the water, let it drip in the bowl for a minute, and then transfer to the baking dish. After we've added all the apples, I am going to give everything one final gentle toss. Now we'll add our 8 mild Italian sausages to the top here. And you'll want to nestle those right into the apple, fennel, and onion mixture. Then we're going to cook this in a preheated oven at 400 degrees for about 50 minutes. And you should take it out at the halfway point, turn the sausage over, and then finish cooking. And here it is right out of the oven. While it's cooling, I picked off some of the fennel fronds for garnish, which are edible, by the way, and the stalks are edible too. You can always chop those up and use it in a soup broth later. I've removed the sausages from the baking dish, and you'll want to give the apple, fennel, and onion mixture a very gentle toss around. There are some delicious juices at the bottom, and you just want to toss to coat. To set up your serving plate, simply transfer the mixture onto a plate or a small platter. Next, we'll place the sausage on top. Then we'll garnish with some of those fennel fronds, and I'll also add a few sprigs of that fresh thyme. And let's take a closer look at our delicious one-pan sausage, apple, and fennel. And now it's time to eat the bite. And I'll leave you with my live Eat the Bite commentary while I test this delicious meal. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.
I've got my sausage, and of course I set aside some of this delicious mixture. Yeah. So I'm going to dump that right on my plate. Oh, I cannot wait to dig into this. Oh, I cannot wait to eat. Now, normally, like, one portion is going to be like 2 sausage, but I'm going for it. Ooh, perfect. I can tell the sausage, this juice pouring out of it. I'm going to cut my sausage pieces because I want to eat with a spoon. I don't want to eat with a fork. I'm such a weirdo about that. I want my spoon. Okay, I'm going to get my first bite. I want to get an apple. I want to get an onion. I want to get a fennel. I want to get some rice. Hey, sausage, get on there. Can't tell if I'm in focus. Oh, that's going to be a delicious bite right there, and I'm going in. Oh my God. I want to tell you, this is delicious, and I know that some of you might think that like basmati and Italian sausage, whoops, that was my broken silverware drawer. I know it sounds weird to have Italian sausage and basmati rice. It is such a delicious combination, and the sweetness from the apples And that, oh, fennel, don't be afraid of fennel. Like, I know people are like, oh, it tastes like licorice. I can't stand licorice. Black licorice is disgusting. So don't liken it to that. It has a very mild flavor, actually, in my opinion. And for someone who doesn't like a licorice flavor, that's saying a lot because it has such a mild flavor. I think raw or cooked, but I think it even mellows out more when you cook it. And when I tested this recipe, I only used 2 apples and 1 fennel bulb, and it was not enough. Not with 8 sausages. So you can serve this with rice. I love it with rice. Or you can serve it with a side salad, veggies, whatever you want. You just eat it on its own. But I love this combination, and I love Italian sausage. Hey, break it up, get out of there. Okay, here we go. Another one, perfect bite. I'm going in. Oh, let's get my disgusting napkin out of that picture. It's all cooked in one pan. You don't have to do that much. You just cut a bunch of stuff, put it in a baking dish, and bake it in the oven for like, whatever, 50 minutes to an hour. It's not rocket science, guys. And if you want to cut back on the budget, obviously you don't have to use fresh thyme. I had some on hand that I had from last week and it was still good, so I used it and I just chopped it into larger pieces and tossed it with the fennel and onion. And I thought that added a really nice flavor to it. And as you can see, you can garnish with that as well. This is delicious if you're an Italian sausage lover, which I mean, if you're a meat eater, you're most likely an Italian sausage lover. No, maybe some people don't like it. I love Italian sausage. It's such a great fall and winter thing to make too. And it's very easy. And this is a one-pan dinner. One-pan dinner right here. I tell you how delicious the apples are. What a delicious sweetness. These are really good complementary flavor profile. Anyway, hope you give this one a try. It is absolutely delicious, super easy to make. Your kitchen's going to smell amazing. And serve it with your favorite side, like rice or veggies or a salad. All right, see you next time. Thank you. Oh my God.